Night.
All one of you.
Yeah, so it's Monday, July 11th. Please.
This evening, I had a bunch
Okay.
the last time, but I don't have
Okay.
any tonight.
All right, fine. I think it's going to be a short meeting. Do we have any selectmen reports?
Time flies so much, I can't remember when the JEDC met last Tuesday.
Yes, the 5th.
The Joint Economic Development Committee met last Tuesday. We're meeting once a month right now. And we had project updates. Things are moving along with the Green Tree events. And Tom may be able to add more information, but they are really focusing on the sort of name and branding for the holiday event in town that would complement the Gardens Aglow event out at the Coastal Maine Botanical Garden. And the folks from Green Tree, as far as I know, actually, after the meeting with the town businesses at the Opera House, community. There will be a solicitation for feedback on some of the suggested sort of branding of the event, and there'll be an announcement about that. Is that right, Tom?
Yeah, and I noticed that on the register site, there's a small article there that lists a link to where you can vote on, I think there are 4 or 5 different suggestions for naming the event, and people can at least vote on that. Ultimately, the decision is still up to the JEDC, but there's 4 or 5 votes up there. I think they had 64 votes so far as of today. So
Yeah, so it's popular, and what do they
participation.
say? Vote early and vote often? So,
yeah.
yeah, find one you like and give us some feedback. We also are starting the wayfinding process. We reviewed some draft proposals that we looked at in preparation for the ASK grant that will support the wayfinding. And we're going to determine if we need to reach out to additional designers before we really start the process of figuring out a preliminary plan for wayfinding. But that will be a staged and relatively careful process. Wayfinding can be pretty expensive when you get to the actual implementation and printing of signage and stuff. So we're taking it one step at a time as resources dictate. And the last thing I'll say is that the Rotary has invited Abby and me as the co-chairs to come and talk about the JEDC. So we are chatting at the Rotary this Thursday and just talk about the formation of the committee with the 2 towns working together and some of the work that we've done over the last year. So if you're interested in a great event, come to the Rotary on Thursday and learn more about the JEDC. I think that's about it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Mike, anything from your aspect?
No, just to echo that what Tom had said, that there are some over 60 respondents already. So I think this is great. We're getting feedback.
Yeah.
Great. Good, thank you for that report and for moving that work forward. So we'll move on to financials. Julia?
Okay. 11 days into the fiscal year, there hasn't been a lot of activity. Total revenue year-to-date is $30,455. Total expenses year-to-date, $36,500.40. Accounts payable is $296,594.48. And the bank balance is $2,139,078.59. So we have completed the fiscal year, and Fred Brewer did come down, I think it was last week, after I closed out, and we began filtering information and providing his list of things we need to re-audit so that we can schedule the audit.
Great. Okay.
And I don't start the graph until after all the numbers have been adjusted, so that we have the
Beat me to my question.
once the numbers have been adjusted for the fiscal year.
I also wanted to tag on to that too, is within the next 3 weeks, the assessor will be down here to set the property tax commitment, and the bills generally go out the beginning of August, maybe as late as the second week of August, but it's due, the 15th of September, the first payment, so that's in its normal time pattern. So.
Would anyone have any questions on the expenses or revenues?
Well, not me.
No? Okay, great, thank you. So we'll move on. I'll look for a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting, which was held on June 27th.
I will so move.
And I will second.
Okay. Any additions, subtractions, changes? No? Okay, all in favor? All right, those have been approved. I think our one big order of business tonight is to approve a renewal liquor license for the Lobster Dock on Atlantic Avenue. Can I look for a motion?
So moved.
And a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion about renewing the liquor license for the Lobster Dock? Seeing none at the table, any in the audience? Seeing none, all in favor? It's approved. Okay, do we have any old business or new business tonight? No? Do we have any public forum items? No? Okay, it's a rather boring meeting. Sorry about that.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Is it possible for an update? I know there was a lot of discussion at the last meeting about the paving and the
Oh, and the...
storm sewer drains and all that. Is it possible
Yeah.
just to,
Yeah,
We
that's
can get a
that's actually
reason.
already been scheduled. There's at least 14 of them that are on the slate to be repaired. So I'm not sure if they're down here this week, but they'll be down here as soon as possible.
Okay, I do know that they must have been down Thursday or Friday, because now all of a sudden, some of those
They're all-
places are marked.
Right, they're all marked and they've identified
Numbered.
which ones. I mean, I think I sent around to everyone this significant list of all the ones that were needed to be addressed.
Mm-hmm.
So they're getting on that relatively quickly, which is good.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that is
fantastic. Yeah, I actually saw a car bottom out on one of them over the weekend. Yeah, when I was driving around, so. Okay, so moving on to warrants. Can I have a motion to approve the warrants
So
upon
moved.
review?
Yes.
Okay, and a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor of approving the warrants? Motion passes. And would we like an executive session tonight?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll go into executive session to talk about personnel issues?
Compensation, yep. Title 1, 405, Section 6A. Yep.
Okay. Great. So all in favor of going into executive session? And we'll go into executive session at about 7:10.